Shalom. Call halal. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Bahashim Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops, a great millstone, even the elder that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. And the elder Yahshua. Shalom and salutations to you all. Just a quick lesson through the Spirit. Something popped into my head. And when that happens, I try to follow it. This happened yesterday evening. And so we try to hold on to these little spiritual tidbits or whatever. So what popped into my head was this phrase right here. How beautiful the feet. Okay. How beautiful the feet. And I'm like, that's something. And what it was going to the prophets, and that happened yesterday, I think. It's going to the men of the Lord. So, Lockie, real quick. I did something. There, right here, Busking Fools. New song, Street Singers. Okay, so we're out here busking. So the Spirit is pushing me to not exalt, but exhort, Salakia, to exhort the men of the Lord. Okay, so that's what this is, a little exhortation for the men that are standing so stiffly for the name, right? That's a separation. Who's standing stiffly for the name, right? And the name includes the knowledge of the sea hip, okay? Through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. Anyway, it's an exhortation connected to Buskin' Fools, right? Buskin was a street singer. We're out here singing the new song. Anyway, back here, where were we? Well, we did Buskin'. Let's see. Not that. Is it this? No, it's not that. Let's get a precept since can't find where it was. It's not green. It's not that. Not that. Anyway, let's get a precept. Let's get that one. Salakia, bear with me. There's actually two. One quotes the other one. Beautiful. How beautiful are the feet. Are the feet. Okay. Is this the quote? As it is written. That's the quote. Romans. Okay. Now, what am I getting into, Salakia? Just bear with me, please. I know I'm being long-winded. Romans 10:15. Wow. And how shall they preach except they be sent? Should have read the first one. Let me get to the point. How beautiful are the feet of them that preach. What? The gospel of peace. And bring glad tidings of good things. Now, where am I going with this? What is the gospel of peace? And what is the main word or the main phrase in the gospel of peace that is going to identify you with the true men of the Lord? Oh, the preach the gospel. Preach the gospel. What's the main word, right? That is going to identify you as a true man of the Lord. Okay. Uh, in the context of Lamentations, mourning and woe. Okay. The volume of the book. All right. So let us examine what the main phrase is in the gospel of peace. Again, how beautiful are the feet of them that do what? Preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things. Now I'm going to go back one and I'm going to read 14. Salakia, you can try to stop it, of course. Here we go. Read that again. Romans 10 and 14. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? Okay. So here we are, the preachers. Read this again, 15. Going into what? What preachers? And how shall they preach except they be sent? Those preachers, the ones that are sent, as it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them, making a separation. Of who? Of them that preach the gospel of peace. What is the gospel of peace? Okay. And bring glad tidings, good tidings, right? Of good things. What is the good news? All right. Well, there's a phrase involved in the good news, right? Let's go to it. Isaiah 61. And let's point out the phrase real quick. Okay. Point out the phrase. This is what separates the real men of the Lord, right? And a lot, right? I agree with that. I agree. Yeah, but you don't agree with the C hip. Okay? This is part of it. The Spirit. Isaiah 61. The Spirit of the Lord, power is upon me. The Spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is upon me. Because the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, hath appointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. Now, here's where it is. Okay? All right? This is the gospel, isn't it? Is it not? Isaiah 61 and 2. If you come not according to, if you speak not according to this word, there's no light. What's that? This is what everything is about. Here's the good news. We will be avenged. Ever heard of the Avengers? This is the good news. What is the good news? We are going to get everything back. We are the sons of God. We're going to get all of that back. We're going to get paid back. Vengeance. What is that? This is what everything is about. See, it's hidden right there. See how it's hidden? Oh, you can't talk about. This is the gold in the mind. Gold mind. What's the gold in the mind? Yes, the acceptable. Okay, to proclaim what? The acceptable year of the Lord. And the acceptable what? Day. The acceptable year of the Lord, yeah. And the acceptable what? Day of vengeance. To do what? What comforts us who are all that mourn? The elect. What brings us comfort? See, this is what a nigga don't want you to see. Okay. Right? What is it? 6 things have I counted? What is it? To be good, to see the fall of his enemy. For a man to see the fall of his enemy. So, Lockie, I got to get there. Okay? The day of vengeance. Look, see, this is, oh, you can't talk about that. You can't talk. What is this doing in the gospel? See, if you're not preaching this, which is what everything is about, you're not preaching the good news. You're not preaching the gospel. This is good news for who? All that mourn. Lamentations, what and what? This, all that mourn, the Israel of God, goes hand in hand with this. Why? It brings us comfort. Us over here sighing and crying. This brings us comfort. This is the good news. Right? Oh, you can't do that. That's not the good news. Yeah, you're trying to protect this gold right here. Right? Let's go here real quick. So, like, and I'm just going to riff back and forth and then I'm going to close. What is this whole war about? Why is what is the war, World War III and the war in heaven about? Joel 3 and 2. Okay, what is it about? This is Joel 3 and 2 in the NLT. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Elah. There will I judge them for harming my people, for scattering my people among these, dividing up my land. Vengeance. Put them on trial for what they did. This is the acceptable day of vengeance. Judge, the judgment, vengeance, divided. Okay, and it goes down into. Let's read down. Oh. Let's start at the top so that you understand, right? Who's being spoken about and what this vengeance is about. This is why World War III. Why? This goes hand in hand with the acceptable day of vengeance. We'll get to it. Let's go here in the NLT. Judgment, right, against enemy nations. At the time of those events, I'm talking about now, when I restore the prosperity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Jehoshaphat. There I will judge them for harming my people, my special possession, for scattering my people among the nations, and for dividing up my land. They threw dice to decide which of my people would be their slaves. They traded boys to obtain. This is why. This is the acceptable day of vengeance. Why? Because of this. They traded boys to obtain prostitutes and sold girls for enough wine to get drunk. Here we go. Here, this comes into the vengeance right here. Pay you back. Pay you back. The vengeance. The acceptable day of what? Pay you back. Revenge. Are you trying to take revenge on me? No. Here we go. Joel 3 and 4. What do you have against me, Tyre and Zidon, and you cities of Philistia, you Hamites, if you will? Are you trying to take revenge on me? If you are, then watch out. I will strike you and pay you back for everything you have done. What does this mean? This is the acceptable day of vengeance. I will pay you back for everything you have done. I will bring them back from all the places which you have sold them. Okay? What is this about? This is vengeance. Okay? Pay you back. Let's get up in here real quick. If you are paying me back, I will speedily return on your own heads what you have done. Payback. recompense, for vengeance. Okay, revenge. Okay, then watch out. I will strike swiftly and pay you back. Okay, I will return your payment on your own head swiftly and speedily. Recompense. Uh, recompense. Right? Return retribution. Recompense. Paying me back. Get even with me. Strike back. If you recompense me, I will swiftly and speedily return your recompense upon your own head. Paying you back for something. Payback. Repayment. What is that? That's what this is about. Vengeance. Okay? Revenge. Payback. I will very soon return you a recompense upon your own head. Very soon. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Truly. Catholic Public Domain Version. Joel 3 and 4. Truly, what is there between you and me, Tyre and Zidon, and all the distant places of the Philistines? How will you take vengeance, the acceptable day of what? How will you take vengeance on me? And if you were to revenge yourselves against me, I would deliver a repayment to you quickly and soon upon your head. What are we talking about? Revenge. Okay? Vengeance. Oh, you trying to take vengeance on me? No, this is the vengeance that's coming. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, we got that. Okay, back here. The day of vengeance. What are we talking about? Why the vengeance? What you did to my people. Once again, what is the good news? Okay, it's spiritual, first of all. Not everybody's going to agree with it. 2/3 are not going to agree with, oh, no, we good, Uck. We good. Nigga, it's not up to you. This is about you. How about Shemiel Shai and what he's sending down from the very top? Isaiah 61. Okay, and here's the most important part of the gospel. What about that? See, once you go there, see, this is included in the gospel, is it not? So you have to explain that. Because it's good news to some. It's very comforting to me. Lord willing, I'm one of those. Right? Okay. But it ain't going to be comforting to some people. It's going to be distressing to some. Sounds like balance to me. Okay. Isaiah 61 and let's do this in the NLT. Sovereign. I don't know about sovereign. Sovereign. Here we go, right here. Okay, in the English Standard, Isaiah 61. The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua, because the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua has anointed me to bring good news to the poor. He has sent me to bind up the broken heart, proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to those who are bound. Right? Oh shit! To proclaim the year of the Lord's favor and the day of vengeance of our God. The day of to comfort all who mourn, to grant to those who mourn in Zion, to give them a beautiful headdress instead of ashes, the oil of gladness instead of mourning, the garment of praise instead of a faint spirit, that they may be called oaks of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. I'm going to stop right there, okay? But this is the most important part, right? Because everybody wants the gospel, the good news, to be all hunky-dory. Are you beating? That's not the gospel. That's not the good news. Yes, it is. The good news is about this vengeance. Why are we going to World War III? This vengeance. How are we going to be restored to our kingly state? This vengeance. So this is the most important part of the gospel. Okay? Understand that. Now, where did we start? We started here, Salakia. All right? How beautiful are the feet of them. Okay? And I wanted to do this. What is this? That's where I get my sign at. Let's do this. Beautiful bronze feet. Beautiful bronze feet. Let's get a thumbnail here. Beautiful bronze feet. You know where I'm going with it. These are chains. Look at that. Over here. I like a Jake, don't it? In a garment. Look, is that fringes? There's some fringe. Beautiful, beautiful. I like this. Let me use this. So, Lockie, bear with me on this adventure. Okay, so did I get that all right? Back to the men of the Lord. Where did we come from? We started Romans 15. Beautiful feet. All right. Now, what does this mean? Let's go back to this. One says the mountain. On the mountain, how beautiful the feet. Which one is it? So, Lockie, bear with me while I get that. Okay, there's that. Okay. Not that either. How beautiful. This. So, Lockie, bear with. Now, our feet are where now? Our feet are up in the mountain, upon the mountains. How beautiful upon the mountains. Guess what? We've reached the gates of the noble. Now we're trampling the mountains right now. They're scared as hell, right? Starting with the elder apostles of GMS on down. They know that we're when chat or AI is telling you, yep, it's that GMS. They're the ones. That's basically what chat is saying. Okay. How beautiful upon the mountains we've reached the gates of the nobles are the feet of him that bringeth that gospel, good tidings, that publisheth peace. How many videos do you make a day? Start with the elder apostles. That bringeth good tidings. What is that good tidings? What's that comfort? That vengeance. That publisheth salvation. Right? That saith unto Zion, Yahweh Shem Shai reigneth. What does it mean that Yahweh Shem Shai reigneth? He's going to get that vengeance to comfort us, to restore us. Vengeance is part of our restoration. Again, is this devil going to give you a reparations? He's absolutely not going to give you reparations. The Most High is going to take it up out of his whole ass before he's removed. And that's just what it is. All right, so anyway, and that's the good news. Guess what? Guess what part of the good news is? This devil's going to be gone. All right? Is that not good news? And he is not. And he is not. Let me find that. And he is not. And he is not, period. Is that it? What about that? I don't think it's talking about. I got the wrong one. Which one? So okay, hold on. 19. Oh shit! This is. Oh wow! This is it. Salakia. You've been in the truth this long. You just kind of gravitate. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Tamarisa. Job 27. So, call halal Yahweh Shem Shai for this truth. For the Spirit Lord willing. Job 27:7. Let mine enemy be as the wicked, the Edomite, and he that riseth up against me as the unrighteous. For what is the hope of the hypocrite, though he hath gained, when the Most High taketh away his soul? This soul is not upright in him. Will the Most High hear his cry when trouble cometh upon him? Well, he ain't going to call on the right name. Will he delight himself in the Almighty? Will he always call upon God? I will teach you by the hand of the Most High that which is with the Almighty. Will I not conceal? Behold, all ye yourselves have seen it. Why then are ye thus altogether vain? This is the portion of a wicked man with the Most High, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widow shall not weep, though he heap up silver as the dust, and prepare raiment as the clay. He may prepare it, but the just shall put it on. Woo! And the innocent shall divide the silver. He buildeth his house as a moth and as a booth that the keeper maketh. And here's the point. The rich man shall lie down, Lazarus and the rich man, but he shall not be gathered. He openeth his eyes, and he is not. Okay? Now, in the spirit, one day, this dude is going to be gone. Okay? All right? This is just one. Okay? This is just one. Of the instances where it shows you that this guy is just going to be done away with. All right? And what is that to the men of the Lord? That's great news. That's the good news. Right? See the fall of, is that in the Apocrypha? Bear with me while I grab this. Not what I want. What do I want? Let's get it here. See the fall of it. To see the fall of his enemies. Sirach 25. Bear with me. We'll close on this. Sirach 25. Right? Something like that. Be 9 things. All right? Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue, a man that hath the joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Okay? So back to the good news. This is the good news. Vengeance. Right? He is not. That's good news. Right? No more Edom. That's good news. You understand? For the righteous. Okay? So I hope we got everything there. Happy are the feet of him. Beautiful are the feet of him. Which was that last one we went to? Roman? Oh, it was 52. 52. 52 and 7, something like that. Yep. Isaiah 52:7. How beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of him that bringeth good tidings. That's that good news. That's that gospel. Who's this? This is the men of the Lord that publisheth peace. How many videos do you put up a day with 100% truth? Call halal Yahweh Shemel Shabbat that bringeth good tidings, there it is, of good, that publisheth salvation, that saith unto Zion, thy power, Yahweh Shemel Shai, reigneth. Beautiful feet. All right, the men of the Lord have beautiful feet. Plain and simple. All right, so with that, we pray that the elect are edified, you brothers and few sisters. All right, there they are. Beautiful feet. All right, garment to the foot and them sandals. All right, that's the men of the Lord of Great Millstone. All right, Lord willing, we are those men. Call halal Yahweh Shem. With that, we pray that the elect are edified, you brothers and few sisters. Shalom.